Alright, in this video we're going to start talking about a series that I know you guys have been looking forward to, and that's the land battles themselves. Now, when it comes to a land battle, the way those are going to get initiated is really simple. It's when one stack of enemy units moves into a region occupied by their enemy, obviously. So if we look here, if I took this stack of my units here, this army, and moved them here, you see the icon changes to a cannon. So obviously I would be initiating a combat against these Confederate troops. Now we're going to touch on this battle a little bit later on because this would actually be a major battle. But the key thing for this video is that when a battle is initiated, one of the first things you have to do is to determine whether or not you're going to retreat, because you do have the option to attempt escape away from the battle. Now, if you have an army that has just a leader in it, so you see here McDowell, if he were the only unit in this army and an enemy stack moved into his region, he could automatically escape. Your leaders are not pinned in. For the rest, when combat is getting ready to be initiated, there's going to be a formula that the game follows. And I've got it on screen for you now, showing you what it is. And it's basically the terrain rating of whatever area that you're in, affected by the leader's rating, the attacker's rating, and the defender's rating. And it's going to be compared to a random number roll to see whether or not that escape attempt is successful or not. There are a few modifiers that will help you as well, though. You do get a +1 if you're in your home territory, and if your stack has all cavalry in it, you will get a +3 for their attempt at an escape. Now you see on screen for you now, I've put up the picture of the rating for the different types of terrain. So if it's plains, they get a 1, forest gets a 2, mountainous areas get a 3, and cities get a 4. That's the number that's going to be put into that formula that I was showing you earlier, and then again compared to the leader's battle rating. Now when it comes to your escape attempt, if you are successful, you have to retreat to an adjacent region, but it has to be a legal adjacent region. So if this stack of units were attempting to retreat, they would go to an adjacent region in the area, as long as it didn't contain any enemy troops. And also, you can't retreat north into Canada unless certain conditions have been met in the game, like Great Britain getting involved into the war. Now, if you fail, a battle is going to occur unless they are outnumbered by 6 to 1 or greater. Then they're going to be considered to be overrun, and they're just going to be eliminated. So if this enemy stack here only had a few units in it, let's say they had 2 units in it, and I attacked it with my larger stack, if they attempted an escape and failed, they would be wiped out to a man. I've got an example picture on screen for you now of what's shown when you do have to make this choice, and you see that it shows you who the attacking forces are, who's leading them, how many units they have, and then your own forces that are in the region, and it gives you the choice to whether stay and defend with those units or attempt an escape with them. You can see in this example, a good thing to do would be to take and have Grant stay and defend against the attacking forces, while Lion would be able to freely retreat, and he would not need to make a escape attempt check on that, since there were defending forces staying and effectively shielding him while he makes good his escape.